The reality of being a full-time artist is also being a full-time content creator. However, this means with ADHD brain, sometimes I forget that everything is indeed content. Hi, welcome to my late recording of packaging Patreon packages from January and February. We had some fun stuff, but I figured instead of talking about what the packages were this month, instead I kind of wanted to talk to you about why I love and dislike Patreon. One reason I love Patreon is because my Patreon members have always been incredibly kind to me, including when I decide to ship things together so that way I can save some money and some time. I love Patreon because my Patreon members allow me to be able to do the things I love, including drawing way too much Jinx fan art or way too much Critical Role fan art. Quick break to show you that my labels ran out, and it was right about here that I made a fatal error. Can you spot it? While I tampered with it to try and get the labels to stop being super upset, I was struggling. It seemed they were too loose.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So there's a whole disc thingy that you're supposed to put in here to make the labels a bit more stable. I don't know if that actually affected the label maker, but it worked. I printed off the labels and then got back to work. Another thing that I love about Patreon is some of my wonderful and beautiful friends support it. And because of that, when I mess up on a date and have to scribble it out, I can send it to my friends instead of strangers. Luckily, this package is for my beautiful friend Bunny, and it was also their birthday, so I added in this extra print. Love you, Bun. I also knew that Bun wouldn't mind the date because it's one of a kind. Next package, I made a boo-boo. Can you spot it?
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
Don't worry. If you didn't like this envelope because, it's just not the right shade of white, we won't be keeping it. A couple of reasons that I dislike Patreon is because they're now on a subscription service. So instead of on the first of the month, every month, it's whenever you join, which is great for some, but difficult for many creators like myself. Oh, do you see the mistake? That's right. I have an extra print that's signed. Remember this bad boy. Anyways, with the cost of everything going up, I wanted to say a big thank you to the amazing patrons in the mail clubs the last 2 months. With everything going up in cost, I completely understand when people can't join the Patreon, let alone the mail club. So I really, 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 really appreciate it. And I'm very lucky to send things to you. Thank you. Lucas James, Kels Lancaster, Ario, Caldara, Emily Keoke, The Moist Prophet, Ashton Blackston, Cody Akers, Jeff, Illustrologist, Sky McKay, Sword Brother Aseno, Caroline Blandford, Fumble Moon, Bunny, Kitchen Cat, Grace Pierce, Elizabeth Wayman, Lauren Scalf, Count Doo-Doo, Katie Ash, Aaron Jean, Mandy Cox, Big Dungeon Energy, and Ryan Nesbitt.